Hello guys, welcome back in my Let's Platinum Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII.
Talk to me, Luke.
Um, so I set up my schemas or schematas or whatever it's called. There is not much you can do, and some of them have some default actions, and we don't really have many of them to properly set up them, so I just chose the ones that with the biggest kind of physical magical damage. um, so we have a Knight of Etro, Shogun, and Sohei Savior or whatever. We're gonna stick to that, and maybe later on when we're gonna get more abilities, we're gonna do some changes, but for now I think it's good
You
enough.
have a chance. As long as you're here, you're safe. You can rest and not worry about what's happening in the world below. When you're in the Ark, time ceases to flow for anyone but us.
Is that all God can do? He can stop the flow of time up here, but he's helpless to prevent the world from being destroyed.
Yes, in 13 days God will reawaken. It'll all be over then, and no power in the universe can stop it. But the problem is, the world may have even less time than that.
It doesn't happen at the same time?
It should, but the world has been weakening rapidly under the onslaught of the chaos. The pace of the destruction is accelerating. Your problem is, if the world ends too soon, you won't have enough time to save all the souls you can. You have to delay the end for as long as possible. Now listen carefully, Light. What I'm going to tell you is very important. As the Savior, you have a special life force. I call it Aradia. It's the power of God's light. It gives you your powers. And much more. If you offer your life force, this Aradia, you can give energy to the world and delay the final destruction for a while.
I can delay the destruction, but not avoid it forever. When God wakes after the 13th day, the world is screwed whatever I do. But what does it matter how many days are left? The end stays the same. Why not keep the Aradia for myself?
Because if you did that, and the world ends before the 13th day, God will deem that you have failed. Then what will happen to your bargain? Will he still deliver on his promise if he believes that you failed to deliver on yours?
Right, the bargain. In other words, if I don't keep the world alive for 13 days, I don't save Sarah.
And not just Sarah either. The entire human race might be lost. So do you see, Light? Aradia is the key. You have to gather as much of it as you possibly can. And the way you do that is by saving people's souls.
So that's what I've got to do. Save souls so that I can save Sarah.
Yes, exactly. Remember how much snow has changed? Here at the end of the world, there are many people like him caught in the grip of despair, their hearts shackled by regret and longing. If you reach out and help them with their troubles, you can break those shackles. Then their souls will be released. They'll be free to be reborn in the new world, and in return, your savior life force will grow.
So that's what he wants. Rescue as many souls as I can before the world ends and takes humanity with it. My mission.
No more lectures today. You can head for the surface anytime you want. Just remember though, you have to come back here every morning at 6.
You're giving the Savior a curfew. Is that it?
There is a good reason. I'll explain it to you when the time comes. We can use the warp machine to send you back down. Just step in front of the device whenever you're ready to leave. Welcome, valued customer.
Replenish items. Alright. Okay, but we have potions for now. Oh Jesus.
The destruction began 500 years ago, but you know that. It was when the chaos first flooded into our world. Most of the world was lost immediately under the ocean of chaos. Only one small region survived. The survivors call their island of refuge Nova Chrysalia. The chaos brought destruction, and a kind of immortality too. Suddenly everyone stopped growing. It was like we'd lost our time. But if that was a gift, it was a poisoned one. We could not age, and neither could new life be born. There were no more children. But although we were ageless, we were not immune to death. Sickness, accidents, and violence could still kill us. Life remained as fragile as it had always been. And so humanity began a new chapter of its history. The population slowly shrinking, the survivors falling into an ennui born of lives that last too long. Eventually, new creeds took hold and new legends created. One of these told of the Savior, a servant of God. She would descend to Nova Chrysalia at the end of the world, humanity's last chance for salvation.
Right.
The Ark is the remains of the artificial cocoon, a planet built of steel, back when humanity still dared to dream of greatness. Benevelza has repurposed the world we built. This is where the souls of the saved are kept, ready to be reborn in the new world. But the people down on the surface have forgotten what this stands for and simply call it a moon. Who am I exactly? It's a question I don't have the answer to. I don't know how I know the things I'm telling you. I don't know who gave me the knowledge. It's not that I have forgotten my past. Some memories are still there, and I can summon them when I want. It's just that I can't recall the emotions they should evoke, as if they're images of someone else's life. I know that I once lived in a great city on the surface of the planet. I know that Snow and I joined forces to try and battle the menace of the chaos. And then, suddenly, I was here. I tried to find out what happened. According to records that still survived, the man called Hope Estime disappeared 169 years ago. But the records and my memory end there. What happened after that, I can only assume I was in the hands of God. I was part of his plan, so he took me and prepared me for the role that I had to play.
Okay, that's enough.
If you're ready
Let's
to
go
go,
for some
stand
action.
in front of the warp device. By using the warp device, I can teleport you back down to the surface.
I'm worried about Snow. I should go to his palace.
You could, but I suggest you visit another city instead.
You want me to abandon Snow?
Down on the surface, time is stopped for everyone. The palace will still be on high alert. It will be next to impossible to get anywhere close to Snow.
You're saying I should let things cool down first.
I'm going to send you to Luxerion. It's the capital of the world. Or, what's left of it anyway. I'll place you inside an inbound train. When the train stops at the station, you can get off with the other passengers. Something has happened in front of the station.
All right, do it.
You're surprisingly calm for someone who's about to venture into unknown territory. But you were always brave.
Brave? I don't feel brave. I don't feel anything. No worry, no confusion, no fear.
That's good. But you still need to stay safe.
It's the first game I'm seeing that I cannot change the sound volume, voice volume, or music volume. None of that. It's weird, so I don't know how it's going to be. It might be really loud. I will try to fix it, but we'll see.
The Usnam train is now arriving. Luxerion North Station.
Luxerion, a bustling metropolis, the divine city of light in the holy sea of salvation. It's the last bastion of peace and order in a dying world. Most of the people who live here worship the almighty Benevelza. The city is governed in his name by a powerful religious sect known as The Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the Heretics doing.
The Divine City doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxerion. The Divine City of Light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
Alright. So, Winter Fate, the body of a young woman found. Okay. Client Inquisitor reward, we don't know. Alright, accept. Quest accepted.
It looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can...
We need to solve this case quickly. Luxerion is the city of divine light, yet it has seen the murder of 3 girls in 3 days. The people seem to be growing fearful. If you find out anything at all, I'd be anxious to hear it. There are similarities among the victims. They have all been young women, and all of them had rose-colored hair. Yes, just the same shade as yours. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful.
Okay.
The horror continues. Another victim has been discovered. I knew the latest victim. She was a leading member of the Order clergy. She'd been a rising star, destined to become the next High Priestess. But then she retired suddenly, for reasons of health, or so it was said. And then this.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Portals Office of the Order
If you
of
see any
Salvation.
people who need help,
The time is now
lend them a
9.
hand. It could be an opportunity to save a soul.
The evil savior will die at the hands of the Shadow Hunter. It's certainly an arresting statement. I'd heard of the Shadow Hunter once before, from a guest that was staying here at the hotel. The same guest told me he's the head of that band of fanatics. But I don't know who he really is, or was. At any rate, it's hardly surprising that people think those Etro fanatics are behind this recent string of murders. But is this man they call the Shadow Hunter the one pulling their strings?
Okay, got
That's
some
vital
information.
Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
Okay.
This is my favorite spot. Hang out here long enough and you get to see all kinds of things. Like those white-garbed loonies, for example. The children of Etro are heretics and they don't believe in the Order's teachings. Those Etro fanatics used to keep a low profile, but recently I see them everywhere. The Order's authority isn't what it was. Now those people wander the streets like they own the place. Do you think they know something we don't? Maybe they have a date for the end of the world. Who knows?
Okay.
That was a valuable witness statement.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
The Order of Salvation has sealed off all access to the North Station area. Citizens are asked not to exit or enter the area.
Okay, spider's
For your
emblem.
safety and security, the Public Safety Office has sealed off all
The same
access
people
to
who
North
killed the
Station
girl
area.
brought that dummy here. It's important evidence. Don't touch it. The victim had rose-colored hair, and the wig on that dummy was of the same color. The killers appear to believe that the evil savior will take the form of a young woman with rose-colored hair. Everything points to this being the work of those heretics, children of Etro. But why are they so sure what the savior will look like?
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
Written in the alphabet, the evil savior will die at hands of Shadow Hunter, okay?
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people? They need to make progress with the investigation before...
This area is locked down. No one's allowed past without permission.
Gather information and report to the Inquisitor in charge.
Good heavens. This has become quite the predicament. Those messages say that the Shadow Hunter will kill the Savior. Sounds pretty, I don't know, prophetic, right? If you believe what you hear around town, it seems that the children of Etro have an oracle drive. That's a rare thing. They say oracle drives are mysterious devices that can let you see the very future. The Heretics' prophecy. I can't even imagine what it must show. But apparently it's enough to drive them to murder.
Okay.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
Okay. Where is he?
If you witnessed anything suspicious, report to the
Where's the Inquisitor?
It can't be. Damn it, it's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. Well, at least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
Okay, Xenor Station. It's worried about the colleague Holmes. The quest must be completed by 6 AM. Okay. Quest accepted.
Alright. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them.
Okay, during her lightning will encounter some people who are troubled and they will entrust Savior with their wishes and whole side quest for lighting. Okay. Helping those who are in need will save their souls. This has many positive repercussions like gaining a radia or grant the world more time, boosting lighting parameters. Alright. Those who are in need to hell will appear with stars beneath their names. The number of stars indicate difficulty of the quest. Okay. Quest discovered. Where are you, Holmes? Holmes.
God save me,
You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendants worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
Escort, bring host to the station, awaits, okay. You need to walk, keep an eye on how as you make your way to the station, okay. So I guess I have to walk. Cannot just leave him. Well, he runs a bit.
The Order operates the regional transportation system. It's the city's lifeblood. The trains stopping at this station carry people and bring goods from Yusnan. It might be worth checking out this area. Do you see?
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind, I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this lady for help.
I can't believe no one told me that when I took this job. But anyway, sorry for the trouble, boss. From now on, I swear to you, I'm never going to be late. I mean, what if your heart gave out or something with worry? Can't have that on my conscience.
A true friend that cares. Maybe that's enough to save a soul.
Quest completed. Okay, 300 kill, cap, whatever. Oh, nice.
Well, a deal's a deal. You got me here safe and sound, and so I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. It was the children of Etro. They tossed the dummy off the tower. I really wanted to tell the Inquisitors what I saw. Honestly, I did. But I was afraid those heretics might find out and make me their next victim.
Okay.
That's vital information. Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
There was a lady running here as well, yeah.
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the goddess of death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe in white. It may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets. Prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
Okay.
So the culprits are the children of Etro? But what's their objective? What could they be after?
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing them. Discreetly. It'll be the easiest way to find their hideout. I'll talk to the Inquisitors. Hopefully get these gates open.
I always said those people would cause trouble. And I was right. Every night I can see them, those weirdos in their white cloaks sneaking around the streets. Whenever I see white, I think, ugh, heretic. If there's one thing I know, that wicked shadow hunter, he's the ringleader of the heretics. Those fanatics are growing bold. Nowadays, there's always a gang of them in the plaza in front of the station. It's as if they are meeting to go someplace else. Speaking of which, it's usually around this time they start to show up.
Okay.
For your safety and security, the Public Transportation Office has directed
Who else could it be? It has to be them, right? So there's this place called the Forsaken Graveyard outside the city. You know it? What I've heard is that a bunch of people wearing white cloaks gather there every night. They're heretics who worship the goddess Etro. You know what I saw? Heretics carrying an unconscious girl. It scared me to death. Maybe it was just the dummy that they threw off the tower. Or maybe it was the murdered girl herself.
Okay.
Excuse me.
The Inquisitors should know the Heretics are involved. We need those gates unlocked as soon as possible. We have our own work to do, remember?
Every day another.
Okay, I'm here, but where's the Inquisitor?
How can this be?
Yeah, look at those. It's this is the Outworld or whatever it's called. So those are what people are putting for sale. Yeah, so like a potion for 360 gil. No. What the hell? It shows here, but there is no. Is that him? No. Oh, there is Inquisitor.
If you know anything about the case, I'd be glad to hear it.
The goddess's disciples are beginning to gather. If you lift the blockades around this area, there's a good chance they'll start to move out.
You're suggesting I let them go? It's not a bad idea. Yes, I'll give the order and we'll see where the heretics lead us. We've managed to find some eyewitnesses, and we think we know who it was that strung the dummy from the tower.
Let me guess. The children of Etro, right?
Ah, you have your own sources, I see. In recent weeks, the heretics have become more visible on the streets of our holy city. The poor, benighted fools don't believe in God's salvation. Clearly, their despair has led them to carry out these wanton acts. If only they would open their eyes, embrace God, and they could bathe in the pure light of His almighty grace. Can't they see that their souls would be liberated in the new world? The irony of it all is that their fanatical rejection of the Savior has only made my own faith that much stronger. Although perhaps that is the work of the Savior herself.
If you think your faith will save you, then go ahead. Believe all you want.
Quest completed. 800 gil, glasses, maximum HP, strength, and magic. Okay, now the silver shops have open. Okay. EP ability, chronostasis. Spell that can control time and space and which only the Savior may use. Open the My menu. Okay. Chronostasis. Halts time for a brief period. You will see the clock flash in the upper right of the screen. Chronostasis will remain active as long as the clock remains static. Time itself stops, but the world does not. Useful when you are running out of time to complete quests that have time limits. Note that if you choose any action that automatically uses up a period of time, such as resting at the inn or riding the monorail, chronostasis ends. Okay.
Lightning. The Savior can use God's own holy power. With it, you can even manipulate the flow of time.
Welcome in.
Alright. At these shops you can purchase garbs that improve lighting in battle parameters, but rather allow you to further customize her look. Okay. There are more than 80 kinds of garbs to be found around the world. Alright. Okay. Attack level 2, nice. But I think I'm gonna just keep money. Maybe I can buy a weapon or something. And we got good amount of garbs and weapons from me platinuming previous games and finishing the demo and getting the pre-order bonus. So I'm not gonna buy anything right now.
With a special ability called chronostasis, it has limits, but
I'm surprised you've heard of me. What do you want?
What do you sell? At this information brokers you can purchase monsters notes. The notes tell you about your enemy's weaknesses, how best to stagger them, and other useful information. Okay. Okay, sounds great. Libra enemy information tutorial. Okay. Shops, you can buy information on monsters. They may sell monster node. Okay. So, purchase monster node in these shops. You will gain a report on monster name within them. You can view this information within the bestiary. Access it by pressing OK. In battle, you can view it by using Libra. Okay. Yeah, let's.
It's just one of the miracles brought about by God's great might. But be warned, you cannot use it again and again. Only use it when...
Okay, what's up here?
Hi, I sense you want to talk about something. Ask away. Is it about this message board, or something more important, like my beauty regimen?
I want to talk to you. I think that you have it backwards.
Oh, don't be such a silly Sahagin. Everyone wants to talk to me, especially since I've been put in charge of this.
The message board?
It's not just an ordinary message board. It's called the Canvas of Prayers, and it's magical. An ancient spell has been cast on it, and now it can show people's hopes and dreams. For example, you know how people wish on stars, or by throwing coins into a fountain? I know you've done it too, even though you'd never admit it. This board collects prayers from all over the world, from all sorts of people, and makes them appear as words.
You mean anyone can come here and read them?
Just you. It's written in a mythical language. To anyone other than yourself, it looks like a jumble of nonsense.
Okay, there's a special board called the Canvas of Prayers with quests or pleas for help. Okay, a new quest available to you. A completed quest. Talk to Chocolina once you have completed the quest and she will give you a reward from the client. Mark it as global. Players can be accepted from any location. Okay. But the results for other quests should be reported to the same location. Okay, I gotcha.
Now don't just take my word for it. Why don't you take a look? See if you can't read everyone's humble little wishes.
Okay. I had those things. Niblets. Okay. Niblet Herbal. Complete quest. Straight away? Nice. Okay. Aid a Guild, Cute Heart, XP and Strength. Nice. Gift of Gratitude. Tethered Leather. Okay, I don't have it, so let me see. Hole in my staff mogul, and now okay. You see, I made this greatly. Okay. Health 0. Liquid glass 3. And if you heard liquid glass, it's from Menoctons, whatever. Okay. Let's just accept it. What is this place?
Thanks for stopping.
General store.
What can I help you with?
Okay, potions, Phoenix down, all that stuff is sold here. And I think that's all.
Could that be the protector of the Temple of Chaos?
Every time I see the clock.
We've got your potions, we've got your salves, we've got everything.
Okay guys, so I think I actually will take a break in here. I don't think is there any store here? No, that's all the stores. Okay guys, so like I said, I'm gonna actually save. And we are going to take a break in here, and we're gonna continue with the Lightning Returns the next episode. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.